Remaking the first Kingdom Hearts game might not be worth it, but it's probably going to happen. The gaming industry since forever has loved remaking classics. It isn't always a bad thing either. Sometimes a remake can renew hype or nostalgia in a franchise that has been stagnant for way too long. Also, with the many technological improvements games have made over the generations, it's awesome to imagine some of your favorite games from the PS2 or PS1 in more modern graphics and art styles, while taking advantage of some of the newer hardware. While a director's artistic vision can oftentimes be limitless, we can't quite say the same when it comes to hardware. Well, maybe closer to that now, but definitely not back then. These are just numerous points of reference for why you see so many games get remakes or reimaginings nowadays. Final Fantasy VII Remake shook the JRPG fanbase to its core, and most people can't wait for more. And doing remakes in that style for other Final Fantasy classics have already been in major discussions from fans. Kingdom Hearts is a franchise that does have a little bit of a different position when it comes to this conversation, however. Kingdom Hearts is still very much so ongoing. Its story isn't paused or on a long hiatus. The next game in the series is titled Kingdom Hearts 4, but it's really Kingdom Hearts 14. And while some games could deserve remakes, especially the games on the DS or handhelds, the thing is most of these games haven't aged bad. Maybe graphics aren't the greatest, but they are still more than playable. HD remasters and modern ports of a lot of these games have helped their stories and gameplay systems stand the test of time. While most Kingdom Hearts fans may agree on that for the majority of the Kingdom Hearts titles, when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 1, there's always been an audience of fans who aren't as fond of that game. Some people started with Kingdom Hearts 2 and found the gameplay just too slow and repetitive when going back to Kingdom Hearts 1, especially if you played Kingdom Hearts 1 on the PS2 without Final Mix upgrades. Some think the game's movement is awful compared to all the other movement options you pretty much have in every game after Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 1 can often be criticized for having mediocre platforming or the lack of direction in some worlds, and just a bunch of reasons that are summed up by some people that Kingdom Hearts 1 hasn't aged too well, which personally I would disagree. Though that's because I'm in the group of Kingdom Hearts players who have perhaps the most nostalgia for Kingdom Hearts 1. And I think any issues in the combat are mostly resolved in the Final Mix version of the game. Also, I just think it's a perfect first game for a franchise. I'm alright with Sora not playing anywhere close to how he does in KH2 or KH3 because it's KH1 Sora. It's his first time off the island and visiting worlds, meeting Disney characters, and fighting Heartless is a new thing at this stage of the series. That more grounded feel of Kingdom Hearts 1 is partially what makes revisiting it so enjoyable and fun, because when you play this game and then go to Kingdom Hearts 2, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop, KH3, and you feel how the series grows and expands and gets bigger and bigger, it's amazing to see. It's amazing to replay. Some fans prefer that grounded feeling so much. There's people that like Kingdom Hearts 1 and pretty much hate everything else that comes after it. The biggest worry with the Kingdom Hearts 1 remake from some fans is that it will take away the time that the development team could be using to progress the Kingdom Hearts story for the remake. Because of how invested I am into the current story of Kingdom Hearts and how much I already like Kingdom Hearts 1 as it is, I don't really need a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake, or I'm really requesting it that much. However, I said earlier in the video that I do think it's going to happen. Eventually. It might be a 7 Remake style remake, where it's actually a sequel. Maybe a Kingdom Hearts remake follows some parallels to the Verum Rex story, and we get more lore pandering to that side of Kingdom Hearts' universe. In a more traditional remake sense, where they attempt to remake the game world by world, I think they don't need to give us super crazy combos, but rather they could focus on advanced movement options to try and get rid of that slower feeling some people criticize when revisiting the game. Despite me not necessarily wanting a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1, I will definitely play one, and likely be excited if one was announced, even if the series doesn't need it in my opinion. It would just be fun to see people reliving that nostalgia of the first Kingdom Hearts game in a fresh and new way. I think a remake of Kingdom Hearts 1 could do a lot of good. If done right, it has the potential to be a big hit and could be the biggest Kingdom Hearts game, which Kingdom Hearts 1 already was until Kingdom Hearts 3 came out. This game could reach an audience Kingdom Hearts hasn't reached since its initial conception. What the core of Kingdom Hearts was to so many people. That nostalgic trip between the most beloved and classic of Disney movies and some of the most memorable Final Fantasy interactions in the series. One of the biggest criticisms of the Kingdom Hearts series today is how we have not gotten our third Sephiroth fight yet. I'm still looking at Kingdom Hearts 4 to hopefully give that to us, but seeing a new and remastered Sephiroth fight in Kingdom Kingdom Hearts 1's Coliseum would be pretty sick. Still my favorite version of Sephiroth to fight. Someone mentioned on the topic of worlds when I was asking viewers about their thoughts on the Kingdom Hearts 1 remake, saying Disney doesn't own the rights to Tarzan anymore, which I went ahead and loosely did some research on this. Tarzan is actually owned by Edgar Rice. Apparently, Disney even back then had just owned rights to make a film based on it, though outside of that, the rights to Tarzan have been very protected over the years. So if a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake came out, there could potentially be some complications with all worlds returning. Though I actually have faith that based on this being a remake, conceptually speaking, that's similar to the remixes, they could possibly work something out. But something else to note is that Square Enix is a company that loves to change the wheel. So I think that if Square Enix recreate everything done in the first Kingdom Hearts game, that they will try just as hard to add twice as much new content and things to explore and do, likely while adding onto lore for current Kingdom Hearts games. This is where I made the comment earlier about them tying in Verum Rex or Quadratum things into Kingdom Hearts 1's remake, as the story is currently setting up parallels between Sora and Yzora stories based on Remind's secret ending. When you think of PS2 nostalgia, Kingdom Hearts 1 is it. It was one of the highest RPGs sold on the PS2, and not many games can say that. Still to this day, Kingdom Hearts is a very popular franchise, games are still selling well, and fans are still super excited for the new story and new gameplay systems the series has to offer in future games. I doubt a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake would even be talked about or released before Kingdom Hearts 4, depending on when Kingdom Hearts 4 comes out, but after Kingdom Hearts 4 is released, this definitely might be something Square gets into. With more and more console generations passing, that argument of Kingdom Hearts 1 aging bad or people just wanting a remake for it just for the fun of it is going to be brought up more and more and more. That's one of the reasons why I think a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake is inevitably going to happen. Even if it doesn't happen within the next 3 to 5 years, it'll probably happen later down the line because it's just that impactful of a game, and revisiting it, reminding people what's to love about Kingdom Hearts, what's to love about the series, could do a lot of good for not just the franchise, but Square Enix as a whole. There's a lot more that could be talked about when it comes to a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake, and I have a feeling I'll be revisiting this topic a lot more in the future, but for now, I want to hear what you have to say. How do you feel about a Kingdom Hearts 1 remake? What are some benefits to it, and what are some concerns you'd have about it? Let me know down below. If you enjoyed today's video, you already know what to do. Leave a like, share it with a friend or family member, and last but not least, if you're not already and want to become a part of the union, all you have to do is hit that red subscribe button down below. My name is Prodigy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out to you guys. Bye.
Now she's a daydreamer. She's always thinking about him. No more room in this picture for you to fit in. Now she's crying on the phone, telling you she's not good enough for him. When you think